Everybody should learn how to program a computer because it teaches you how to think. Steve Jobs. That's one of the quotes that I've known ever since I started coding. Do you know that one YouTube video titled Why Programming is Important? I've watched that video so many times to remind myself that programming is amazing. But is it? This video is not about teaching you how to code. It's a little story about my journey to where I am now. Friends. This is one of the proudest moments of my life. And this is one of my main goals in life, to be able to move out of the country. But it was not easy. I mean, it's never meant to be easy. This video itself was meant to be a light vlog of my vacation, of my journey from the Philippines to France. However, it was also very frustrating to do because I was not satisfied while editing it. It looked boring, and it felt like I wanted to close YouTube if I watch it myself. So, I wrote it. So when did I start dreaming of moving out of the country, or the Philippines, my country? It all started in the year 2012, and the country that I really want to settle in is Canada, for a reason that one of my favorite bands called Marianas Trench is basically from there, from what I learned. And yeah, my dreams back then, or my goals back then, were very, very simple. Like before, I just want to see a snow, or this one is funny. I wanted to work at Google or Facebook because they have plenty of foods and they allow you to play games, which is ridiculous because I don't even know if that is true back then. But why am I in France now? Now, before I answer that question and the question of whether programming is amazing or not, allow me to introduce myself and my past. My name is Bernard Polidario, and I started making content or tutorials in the year 2012. I started making programming tutorials back in 2012. This kid that you're seeing right here, that is me. This is when I was a first year college student studying computer science. But this is not the first time I programmed. I learned how to code when I was 12, and if you're familiar with Flash or ActionScript, that's my first programming language. Months later, I started learning YouTube and making videos. I started making Unity 3D tutorials. That's where it all began, my passion to create and share. Sure, I should be embarrassed of my past, but maybe you're in the same position and maybe my story could inspire some of you. Fast forward to 2014, I created a new channel called Polydev.
How's it going, guys? My name is Paul Dev, and in this video we're going to continue working on the user interface tutorial series of Unity 5, and this time we're going to work on, again,
Poly, that's basically the first four letters of my last name. Just replace the I with Y, and then dev, you can guess what it means. It means, that's right, developer. It started as a programming channel and then it turned into something else that I'm not super proud of. So I abandoned it. Now, I don't want to get into the details of what happened, why I did it, but basically this is when my life is in such a mess. But regardless, I learned so many things throughout those years. I learned how to move on, and I learned to understand myself more. So in 2017, I took my first break, my long break, and I decided to work as a waiter, a restaurant waiter. I still have a side job related to web development, but not full-time. It was difficult for a while, but I managed to get back up. And then months later, I created Weekly How, a blog where I talked about so many things, mainly programming. But if you used an archive machine, you would see that I talked about celebrities, how to draw, and the list just goes on and on. And then probably weeks later, one of my employer contacted me asking me to study Shopify and Shopify app development. This is where everything changed. I learned Shopify app development, I learned Shopify, and this is when I decided to become a Shopify developer and work with so many merchants. And then here we are, my third YouTube channel, Weekly How. The year 2019 all the way to 2021 has been very challenging, not just for me, but maybe for you as well. Many people lost their jobs, many people lost their friends and loved ones. It's something that most of us will definitely never forget. For me, this entire chapter was nothing but overwork to achieve my goals. And I know some of you could relate to that. I really want to settle down somewhere else. I want to live somewhere new as soon as possible. That has been my goal since I was a kid. Don't get me wrong, I understand the situation, the pandemic needs to be under control. I understand because I was also worried that if I get a COVID, I may have to delay my goals once again. This is when I felt like my dreams were frozen, and those years made it difficult for me to progress. 2020 made me feel extremely lonely and hopeless. So this is when I adopted a cat, and she helped me cope with loneliness. I'm grateful to be where I am now, and I'm extremely lucky to be surrounded by people who support me. So I'm very happy that I survived that chapter, and I hope and wish that you feel the same way. And then the year 2021 gave me hope. I saw that vaccines are being distributed, countries are opening their borders. It made me realize that this is it. So I started brainstorming. At first, I thought of working outside of the Philippines, like in Singapore, work abroad, but most of them are work from home, so it's not really going to help me reach my goals. Then, something came to my mind. I thought of studying. I thought, yeah, I don't have a master's degree yet, so this is it. I'm basically hitting two birds with one stone. One, I will improve as a software engineer, and two, I will be somewhere else, somewhere new. So I was really excited. I was like, holy, I will learn so many new things in programming, and then I will make videos about it. And then I can make new courses to share. My mind was just overflowing with new ideas. And yeah, this video itself was also one of the ideas that came to my mind. I'm happy, but I was also very exhausted because there's just so many things to prepare. I needed to prepare for IELTS. If you don't know what that is, that's basically an exam to determine how good you are in English. And I needed to prepare for visa requirements. I had to do a lot of travels too because my documents were either about to expire or were not acceptable. And then once I got all of the documents that I needed, important documents, I start sending out applications to schools and universities. And here is the most intense part of this story: the waiting game. You can't honestly do anything about it. You just wait. And then while I was waiting, I decided to make a video. On December 25th of 2021, I published a video called My Plans for 2022. This 2022, I'm looking forward to share with you all everything that I will learn. Yes, that's correct. I'm going to study once again, and I'm going to take my master's degree. And then weeks later, I got admitted. And surprisingly, I got admitted to the school that I really liked the most. Now, I'm sorry I'm not going to mention the name of the school for my privacy as well, but it's located in France. Now what? What is next? Well, there's another obstacle: the visa. Since I hold a Philippine passport and since my school is located in France, that means I will have to apply for a student visa. This is not the first time that I applied for a visa, so I know the requirements fully well. And It's not easy. You have to show that you have plenty of money, you have to show that you have a reliable source of income, and you have to prove they're coming with the right intention. Mic test. This is going to be the test for the pre-consular interview today on April 13. This made me feel anxious because I know fully well that there is still a chance for my application to be rejected. We were still in the pandemic. Now I had another reason why I feel anxious. I had been rejected before, twice, for visa applications. But at this point, I was like, there is no turning back. I have to push and give whatever I can. 10 days later, on May 21st, I received the package. There is no letter. Does that mean... I was totally shocked when I saw it with my very own eyes. I mean, you can see it on my face that I was preparing to be disappointed, but fortunately, luckily, I got it. It felt amazing. After all the hard work, I finally received the prize that I wanted. This might not be a big deal to some of you, but if you're like me, as someone who lived with nothing but hard work, it meant a lot to me. I mean, this might be a nonsense to some of you, but if you think about it, it's like debugging a code, or it's like coding. You've been debugging for days, and then one day you were able to solve the problem, and you're like, yes, I did it. So it's kind of like that. After all of these events, I was extremely tired, and in fact, I was sick. And that's one of the reasons why I barely upload on this channel. So after I made that video about Shopify Liquid's new documentation, I decided to take a break. On July 22nd, we went on a short holiday and enjoyed our lives before our departure from the Philippines. This break is what I needed. It helped me relax, it helped me think, and it made me happy. So what is the lesson here? I think the lesson here is that when you're tired, you should take a break. It doesn't matter how long, it doesn't matter how you do it, you should take a break. I'm aware that this might not be possible for some people because of unfortunate situations, but if you can, try it. It's really going to help you. August 10 was a very special day for two reasons. Number one, that day is my birthday, and number two, that is the date of our departure from the Philippines. We didn't really have time to celebrate for my birthday because there was just so many things to do. Like we have to pack our bags, we have to empty the house, we have to sell stuff, and we have to take care of our cat. It was a long day, but I was happy and excited. As night fell, we set off on our journey. That evening, I thought my dreams had stopped being just that, a dream. And it made me realize that I'm no longer a kid with the same dream. To me, this is a new beginning, and it's an opportunity for me to move on and start a new goal. I'm very lucky to have these people who enjoy my work, and I'm very lucky to be able to work with amazing people in the e-commerce industry. So in a way, this video is also a letter to those people who worked with me. And I just want to say thank you. So let me answer the question, is programming amazing? I think this could be answered depending on your personal experiences or opinions. Personally, I would say yes, programming is amazing. Because of it, I am here where I am right now. It also helped me to be who I am right now. It helped me to think logically. Some people might say that you're just sitting in front of your computer, that's all you do. When in reality, that's not true. We think and we solve problems. That might be a cliche, but that's the reality. We solve problems. We won't have all of these technologies without programming. So yeah, I might be biased, but personally, I think it's amazing. I think most of us would agree that programming is difficult and it can be very stressful, especially if you're doing it non-stop. Yes, I do love coding. Yes, I do love programming and teaching how to code and make videos about it. As a content creator, I always feel like I want to create or make a new video like this that is better than the previous one. The problem is when you love doing something, in my case, writing codes or programming or making videos like this, the problem is I'm more likely to do it more than enough. That is when you start to forget about a lot of things. Your food, drinking water, your physical health, your sleep, and most importantly, your relationships. Now you might think that it's not a big deal, but it honestly is. We all deserve to have a good break, and I think we should stop glamorizing overworking because it's just not healthy at all. Yes, I'm very happy to be in this place where I am now. Everybody in this place is so kind to me. But if there's another way for me to be here without ruining my mental health or my physical health, I'll definitely do that. But you know, I'm not a superhero. I can't go back to the past and redo things. I'm just a guy who makes videos like this for you to watch. So those are just a bunch of lessons learned. Now let me tell you one thing. Behind all this success are blood, sweat, and tears. I can't say how much I got hurt, got depressed, and almost gave up. So if you have a dream, if you persevere, if you fight for it, you'll get it. Thank you so much for watching this video. This is honestly my first time writing a documentary slash vlog like this. It was such an amazing experience. I learned so many things. I had to rewrite it, I rewrote it, and I'm really happy that it worked well. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want more of this, let me know in the comments below. I'm sure I'll make another one of this because it's just fun. But anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy. We were still in the pandemic.
I feel you like a journalist presenting this.
How do I say? I'm giving emotion. How do I?
Okay, tell.
You're okay. We just woke up and I think I slept for like 15 hours, which is a lot.
This is so real life. She knows what to learn.
Why should I look there? No, don't look here.